Testing. One, two, testing.
Welcome, I'm your host, Amelia Moore, and we're here for round two. Y'all know me from when I hosted her fabulous gala, but today we're going to get an intimate look at the woman behind the mental mindset of empowering women in the industry of construction. Welcome, Herlema Owens.
Thank you.
Now, we're going to start from the beginning.
Okay.
What made you think to start AWCWA?
Well, really, it was the injustice I was seeing inside of the construction industry. As a laborer, as a Black woman, most of the time when I started, I was the only woman and the only Black on the job. As time went on, of course, more and more people, more and more women came on. But whenever you would go to an area for work that you would shape, and for us, shaping is like somebody going to fill out an application. We don't fill out an application at that time anyway. Mm-hmm. What we would do is just go dressed ready for work that day, end up on a site, show our union card and say, hey, I'm looking for work. And a lot of times they would end up telling you, oh, well, we're laying people off on Monday, or, come back another day. And for me, it was just like one of those things that when I shaped, I just kept shaping.
Nice.
Their job is to wear me out. I wore them out most of the time because I didn't have a problem with showing up. That's how I got started with the organization. But how I got started in the actual industry was a woman by the name of Christina Font. She and I were in hair school, Wilford Academy.
All right.
And we were doing, they paired us up and we were doing all these hair contests and winning and having fun.
I was a hair model, so I know what that's about.
Okay. My husband was murdered. I was pregnant with my last child. And I had gone in the hospital. And 2 days after I had her, he was no longer on the planet. He was murdered. And when they found out, they basically was like, you're going to work. So here I'm thinking, I'm going to work in a hospital to do hair for sick and shut-in, because that was my goal with doing hair, was to go help women who were in the hospital, go into senior homes and stuff like that. And they was like, nah, girl, you going to work for construction. You need to make some money. You got babies on the hips. And
there it is. A lot of people don't understand that the construction business actually is multi-layered.
Yes.
And that you can get in where you fit in.
Absolutely.
For an entry-level position, what would you tell a young woman to aspire to do first as she learns the industry? Because everything is a learning curve.
Absolutely. Well, I would suggest doing a pre-apprenticeship program. Like my own or others, throughout this series, I've mentioned other organizations like NEW, like P2A, Pathways to Apprenticeship, Construction Skills, Helmet Sahara Hats. If you've been in the military, you talk to them and they'll help you get directly into a union. And there's so many more organizations now that are out there. I wish I could call all their names because I really believe in them and the fact that they've been able to help so many people. Some of those organizations are just women-based. Some of them are mixed co-op, like my own, right? And so it's your advantage to kind of reach out, look out for them. So that's number one. Start with a pre-apprenticeship program.
Excellent. A lot of people don't realize that when you're in an industry that's male dominated, there's a certain juxtaposition you as a woman must do in order to kind of fit in.
Okay.
What advice would you give young ladies as far as that are going into this industry, how they can acclimate themselves to this new environment that is male dominated?
So remember you're a woman. First and foremost, remember that you're a woman. I don't care what your lifestyle actually is, but remember that because, again, you're there to do the work. You're not there to, real women ain't looking for nobody to do the work for them.
Yeah, no man hunting on his job.
No, you're not, that's not what you're there for. I'm retired from the union, and the one thing I can say, and I stand corrected and dare anybody to come out, I've never messed with anyone on a job.
That's it.
Right? Because I was there to work. I remember working on the conduit at 79th and the conduit, and I worked with some brothers that came from, they were Egyptian. And the brothers was like, you know, we live in the Bronx, and during that time, I came in the 80s, okay? So remember that. So a lot of stuff that I'll talk about has some history. I did 30 years, and I've been out for, I ain't gonna tell y'all how long, because you might start doing the math.
Just 1 year, 1 year, 1 year.
You might start doing the math. I'm 21, okay? So what they were used to was prostitution, like black women being prostitutes up in the Bronx. So what was happening was they would have this preconceived notion of us, but I worked on a job with them that changed their mind about all black women, changed their mind about women, period, because I came to work. I was not there to get their check. I was there to get my check. Fortunately enough, I didn't want their check, but Lord Jesus, they used to have some checks, y'all. No, let me stop.
But you know, and that's what people don't realize.
Yeah.
The construction industry is lucrative if you know how to navigate your growth potential.
Correct.
So in talking about navigation, let's say I started with an entry-level position, maybe holding a sign of stop.
Right.
How do I get that next step? Like, what are the requirements to keep on escalating within the industry?
Well, funny enough, if you're flagging, it doesn't mean that you just got started necessarily, okay? Because again, you've been in an apprenticeship program, you're hoping to move into a union itself, into their apprenticeship program, and with that, they're gonna take you into the necessary steps to always have you moving up the ladder, right? So even being a flag person, which I've done once or twice in my life, okay? But as a real woman that I come to work, they have had me digging ditches, because I'm a laborer, right? My work is from the ground down. I do excavation, foundations, bridges, tunnels, and highways, and terminals. So this is no joke business, and the money is fantastic. So what I say is learn, get in where you fit in, right? Don't look at the money first for your career option, because you might see the money in electric and say, oh, I want to be an electrician, but get there and electrify yourself, okay? Because it wasn't really what you really wanted to do. You might have wanted to be a painter. You might have wanted to be a landscaper and be in my local union as a laborer. You see, so all of the unions, by the way, add different elements to their particular trades. So even in like DC9 has so many different facets to their trades, right? Same thing with the carpenters local. So you've got to look at what your outreach, what you want to be doing, and then find it within inside of a local and then master it.
As far as getting further information, where can they find out more information now that you piqued their interest? And let me tell you, the money's sweet in construction. How can they do that?
Well, you can get in touch with us at info@awcwa.org. You can call 646-820-7754, and that'll get you in touch with us direct. The best thing to do, if my program is not up and running when you're ready to be out there, call new. If you're a woman, their program runs a lot quicker than mine. Call Construction Skills. Call P2A, Pathways to Apprenticeship, if you're a man or a woman, because they do train both. Mind you, in all of our programs though, just think about this. You need to be mentally ready, because we're going to test you, we're going to work you, we're going to show you what it is to be out there in the local, and it's no joke business. And if you're not able to be there on time, if you're not able to take the time that is necessary for you to go through the program, they're not going to keep you either. So know that you have to do your part. Look, I know that QR code is hitting you somewhere. It's hitting you somewhere. Hit that QR code, go to our website, send us a message, and let us get back to you.
Well, there you have it. I'm your host, Amelia Moore. Stay tuned for more right here at AWCWA.
Peace.